There are few things that invoke a sense of wonder and mystery like the seven wonders of the world. Unfortunately for us, 6 of these magnificent structures have been reduced to rubble. However, one still stands triumphantly, the Great Pyramid of Giza. The Great Pyramid is a prime example of human achievement. It reigned as the tallest man-made structure for over 4,000 years. This structure is part of the overarching Gizan Acropolis, which includes lesser pyramids as well as the Great Sphinx. First, I would like to discuss how this structure was built and for what reason. Then I will walk you through the internal layout of the Great Pyramid. The Great Pyramid was constructed under the orders of Pharaoh Khufu, one of the 8 rulers of the 4th dynasty, and was completed around 2560 BC. While no one is certain as to how the structure was built in such ancient times, there are a few leading theories, one of which I will now discuss. According to Lon Abbott and Terry Cook, 2 geologists working for Earth magazine, limestone blocks were excavated from a nearby quarry and brought to the building site. This feat becomes even more impressive when you consider the estimated 2.3 million blocks that compose the Great Pyramid, as well as their average weight at 2.5 tons apiece. The blocks were believed to be transferred using sleds and ropes. In addition to this, some speculate that they wet the sand to help reduce transport time. The blocks were then moved into position using a series of ramps, although Abbott and Cook warned that this theory remains controversial due to a lack of archaeological evidence. As you can see, the pyramid was the work of some master builders, and though we are unsure as to how exactly it was constructed, it is a marvel to this day. Now that we have discussed how the pyramid was built, it is time to ask ourselves, why? According to Joshua Mark, a scholar working for the Ancient History Encyclopedia, the answer to this question can be found in the religion of the ancient Egyptians. In addition to being one of the first groups that believed in an afterlife, they also had a very complex view of the soul. They believed that the soul was divided into 9 sections, and one of these sections, the Ka, would carry on after the death of the physical body. However, the Ka would not go on to the afterlife like other parts of the soul. Instead, it would remain in or near the body at all times, sometimes even inhabiting nearby statues. Therefore, at their most basic level, the pyramids were built as tombs for the pharaohs who had them constructed. But to the ancient Egyptians, they were built for the Kas to inhabit. The tombs were not only filled with treasures and weapons for the deceased to bring with them into the afterlife, but were also stocked with food and beverage for the Ka. Pharaoh Khufu clearly had quite the resting place, and if his religion holds true, his Ka still roams the Great Pyramid to this day. Now that we've spent so much time going over the construction and purpose of the pyramid, let's head inside. According to history writer Mike Dash, the Great Pyramid contains 2 distinct systems of tunnels, one of which descends to an unfinished subterranean chamber, and the other which ascends into the pyramid and passes through several funerary vaults. At the end of this ascending tunnel lies the Grand Gallery. This section of the pyramid remained undiscovered until the 800s, when the Abbasid caliph's men accidentally dug right into it. The Grand Gallery runs for 129 feet and has a towering 26-foot tall ceiling. Branching off the Grand Gallery are the Queen and King's chambers. The Queen's chamber does not actually contain a tomb, nor does it contain a queen. It got this misnomer from early Arab explorers. Many believe that it was made in case the pharaoh died before the King's chamber was completed. The King's chamber houses a granite sarcophagus and nothing more. It is believed that the chambers were plundered long ago, but one can only imagine the sorts of riches that were once stored there. For a 4,500-year-old structure, the Great Pyramid has an impressive and somewhat mysterious internal layout. Now that we've finished our tour inside the Great Pyramid, let us summarize what we've learned. Despite the enigmatic nature of the Great Pyramid, we managed to demystify some of its history. We have investigated one of the many theories regarding its development of the Great Pyramid, and then tackled the reasoning behind its construction. We then ventured inside the ancient chambers of the pharaoh and took a stroll through the Grand Gallery. The ever-growing mystery surrounding the Great Pyramid shows how deeply it has earned its title as one of the 7 wonders of the world. I hope you all have found this structure as fascinating as I have, and if you are lucky, maybe one day you'll have the privilege of seeing this awe-inspiring tomb yourself. Thank you.
All right, dude.